Greetings everyone and welcome back to Noble's Rest and to Rimworld, where in the last episode we had an uninvited visitor drop in. We have mechanoids here and about, and we need to deal with these rather urgently, I should imagine, as this automotor is spooling up to fire. Now, we don't know if that is going to fire or whether it's just the cooldown and it'll be prepped to fire as soon as it's awoken, because currently the mechanoid hive is asleep. We've also got a good couple of weapons around here, some traps that we may be able to make use of. Now, to this end, I'm thinking, well, let's have a quick look at this great bow. How much damage does the great bow do per shot? 21. We have a weapon over here that, well, something we can use as a weapon, the unstable power cell. If we can drop this low enough in health, it will trigger an explosion. That explosion should be enough to trigger this explosion. It'll act like an anti-grain warhead. And when that occurs, that's going to be hopefully enough to take out the automotor, because it is within range of this particular power cell. I don't know if the damage lessens as it travels out from the source, though, so we're going to have to find out about that one. Currently, I think, well, I was going to have Dark Aavak go and have a look at that mortar, but realistically, actually, yes, Dark Aavak, go and man this steel mortar. You might be fast enough to take care of this. All of the rest of the peeps have been told to equip better weapons for this particular engagement. Lady Wolfheart is grabbing the EMP launcher, and Pepsa is going to grab an SMG, and we'll see how this goes. Ooh, is that turning to fire? It is readying a shot, I think. And that shot is in line for Pepsa right now. Where is Pepsa headed? Headed indoors. That should be fine, I would think. Yeah, it'll miss, but what else will it hit? It missed completely. Okay, that is fine. I want this to hit that if we can. That's a bigger cluster of things. Now, this may wake everything up, which would be rather awful if it did. Oh, it looks like a good shot. What do you mean it's unreserved? There's a bunch of shells. Does it need more than 3? Can you use this one? Oh, is it perhaps that the doors are not... Can we... you're already working on the granite door. Maybe they can't cross that threshold right now. Okay, can you man this one? Because they both already had shells in them from last time. I don't think this is going to be on target. It might be, if we're very lucky. No, we were not. It's a shame. Okay, well, let's fire the next one. That is way off. All right. Well, given that then, Dark Aavak, the next thing you can do is head down here. And hopefully you'll have an angle on attacking the power cell from there. Evil friend, need you to work on this granite door if you could. I really quite badly need these things done. We'll see how this goes down. Is this prepping to fire again? It'll be ready to fire in another 40 seconds. We've already got a couple of traps around here and plenty of traps around there. Dark Aavak is, of course, the fastest of our colonists, so retreating from an angry hive will be easier with him. Now, can I make a shot? I can. Let's see how accurate you can be with that. Very accurate. Okay, yeah, done 21 damage. Let's keep that up. Can you take a shot on us? A lot more of their friends out and about. And again, come on. Need a couple more of these. Keep it up. We got to pull that down. Ooh, okay. Oh, you managed it. But what did you just... You got a crush in the heart. That thing shot a needle gun. A high-powered weapon, if ever there was one. A needle gun there. Let's have a look at it. A long-range weapon used by mechanoids. Named after its needle-like projectiles, it fires single shots with great accuracy. While it does less damage than a charged weapon, it can reach over a very long distance. Yes, it can. And that one hit him direct, squarely in the chest. It was aiming for the heart, and it actually hit. But thanks to his armor, it absorbed a lot of that damage. Now, oh no, I didn't check. Oh, thank goodness, we were just outside of range. Whew, that could have been bad. Now, Dark Aavak is going to need to get back. He's in no immediate danger, despite having been shot in the heart. Oh, you're going to take a shot. Now that, depending on how much wall this explosion can go through, it might take you out. But you're aiming. Okay. Oh, you're 0 hours old. I feel a little bit bad. Have you got any psychic sensitivity? We don't know, but it might be. If I use stun, half psychic sensitivity. Do it. All right, move. It's not going to last as long. Okay, we did a lot of damage, but the pikemen are all still up. And we didn't take out the automortar. Damn it. It's about 3 shots from Dark Aavak's bow. Oh, that was close. That was really bloody close. Okay, we are going to need the rest of the peeps down here then. Lady Wolfheart, Pepster. Is Evil Friend dead as well? Oh, you are all there. All right, let's get you on the move. Dark Aavak, need you going around. That automortar's way too dangerous. We need to deal with it. How we're going to deal with it, though? It would be better to deal with it from this angle if we could. All right, lure these scallywags down here if we can. Now, I am taking some pretty big risks with Dark Aavak here. I understand. Right, where's that going? That looks like it's on path of Bone Dragon or Ica, which means both of you need to be somewhere else. Ica is not easily going to be able to move, though. Yikes. Get up. Move. Where's it going? It's going down. So head up into Dark Aavak's room. It's the safest place for you. Or it might be going for Yoko. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Alright, well, it shattered the roof there, I imagine. That's why you build everything out of granite. That handled that very well. Okay, you go ahead and start repairing. Did that, like, get rid of all of the flooring? I don't know. Okay, well. Can I get you... You're cleaning dirt. Well, okay, I guess. Do you? Right, okay, one of them is down. Good. Let's have a look. Did you get shot again? No, not yet. We need to remove these scallywags, and that... Oh, you need to be on the move. Move. Okay, we're not going to get out of it. Drop a stun. Good. Move now. There we are. Oh, that stun is so good. Easily the best. Right, draw it out over here if you can. That's right. And you go stand in the water there. It should follow. And if we're very lucky, pump. It is almost dead. Excellent. Lady Wolfheart, you can pop in there. Where's Evil Friend? Right behind. Good, 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 good. All right, this isn't going too badly. We've got another minute before that can shoot again. Can you take a shot? Please do. The moment you can. Aim. Fire. Good. This one looks like it's about to walk over the trap. No, it was wiser than the average pikeman. That one not so, though. Keep it up. All of the shots need to be applied right now. It is in the process of aiming. Right, let's go. Good, 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 good. We've got it down. Can we just start shelling this area? How long will that take? Is that able to shoot up at us? I don't know. It's coming this way. Should have held off just a few more seconds. All right. Okay, you guys all need to back up right now. Pepster. Whoa, 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 whoa. That could have been nasty. How long have we got? 28 seconds. You need to be aware of it. It's going to be shooting in that time. Come on, stick your face out. Lady Wolfheart, if you could, please, and thank you. Let's get another shot off. Never mind. Good. Draw back a little bit. Let it approach. Let it approach. And now. Don't fire until you can see the whites of its transistors. Honestly, if you can see its transistors, we've already done half our job, I should imagine. Unless the architects are so bold, they're like, yeah, we'll actually stick important inner workings on the outside, just to let our enemies know how little of a threat they truly are. Where are you going to be firing? 6 seconds. We got to move fast. Dark Aavak, how are you doing? How badly wounded was your heart? Moving's only down to 91%, despite the fact that he's bleeding and is in pain. Yeah. Blood pumping, he's able to pump blood around his body 50% of normal, and he's, in and out of consciousness. He's only got, 4/5 consciousness right now. But he's still almost as fast as a normal person. And it is aiming. It is going to be going for Ica, Yoko, possibly. Yoko, want you to be somewhere else then. head to the freezer, Yoko. Siphon. Siphon, head to the freezer as well. Ica, once you're done eating, we'll get you on the move. Right, Dark Aavak, how far out can you shoot this? Over there will do. Evil Friend, Pepster. Let's get you all in position. Go, go, go. We need to be in a good spot for this. Lady Wolfheart over there. Where is that shot going? I think it's going for Ica. Ica, move you out of the way. Let's get up there if we can. Oh, that's going to go wide towards the north. So pull back. Yeah, we're safe. Oh, well, went well wide. All right. Oh. Has Dark Aavak already damaged that? Let's have a quick look. Do you have a log of that? Yeah. Did anyone else actually manage to? Nope. Okay. Well done. And pop. And it took out the other turret. Oh, that's fantastic. Absolutely best possible scenario. Well, the best possible scenario was no one getting hurt at all. But, you know, I'll take this as second best possible scenario. Everyone's in a fairly good mood over that one, apparently. Let's have a look. Let's see. Needs. Low expectations. Got cannibalism. Defeated mech cluster. Blood beats metal. You damage it. This is so wrong for Dark Aavak to say. As a transhumanist. I feel that that's wrong. It would have been nice if that was some sort of like, you know, I am the more superior machine sort of thing. Rather than, blood beats metal. I feel that is out of place. But still, amazing. So happy for that. Let's grab all of this. Okay, what do we want to take back? The corpses? Yeah, we definitely want to take the corpses back, but there's an awful lot of other things around. There's plasteel, there's some components here and there, hither, and indeed yon. We'll claim all of this and we will strip it down in time, but not right now. Dark Aavak, if you could grab some components on your way back. Lady Wolfheart, if you could grab some steel on your way back. If Pepster could also grab some plasteel on your way back. Can we? Okay, you're out, not allowed in outside of roof, but now you are. Evil Friend, you're fine. Once you've eaten that, grab the pikeman. Let's get everything back. You're not going to be too happy about eating without, you know, a table, but you know, we just have to make these sacrifices here and there. There's no way that that is all you need to carry. Go grab this, please. Oh, sorry. My bad. I interrupted your meal. Super bad of me. You know what? Eat your meal first, consume meal, then grab the steel, and we'll juggle you around a little bit with that. There you go. You know, neither one of you is going to be particularly happy about, you know, eating outside, but it's fine. There we are. Oh, you could only grab so much. Oh, never mind. It's not going to deteriorate, so that's the main thing. We are going to, however, have to replace these traps, which is a bit of a potch, but, you know, what can you do, I guess. That'll do there. We'll just get a couple ducked and weaved around here. Something like this should do quite nicely, I think. And, yeah. Maybe one or two out here as well. Something like that, I think, would do very, very nicely. And on that note, I'm actually going to go ahead and add this to the roofed area, because we are probably going to fight around this zone in the future. A reasonable likelihood that we're going to be fighting here. So we may as well add this all to the roofed zone as well, just to make sure that we can do it efficiently when we're out here. There we go. That should do. Let's just make sure that that was everything. Oh, I forgot to add this little bit as well. There we are. Done and indeed done. Right, Dark Aavak. I don't need to go for a rest. Did you patch yourself up? You probably did, didn't you? Yeah. You probably just like, I want to eat, but I really should fix my heart first, so I guess. Alright, there we go. How's Yoko doing? Let's have a quick look. You're actually fine. So, Yoko, you can go ahead and be completely unrestricted for now. Siphon, how's your training coming along? You're almost fully trained on guard. In fact, you are fully trained on guard, but we need to refresh that training a little bit. Next up will be hauling, I think. Yep, definitely. We'll see how that one goes. Actually, Training. Master Dark Aavak. Okay, fair enough. And at this point, Dark Aavak's going to go and meditate on the matters of life and death. If this was Dwarf Fortress, he would probably be becoming a necromancer right now. But you know what? Just because the mechanoids are machines doesn't mean they weren't alive. Doesn't mean we didn't just kill them. We need to think about this. Right, we also very much need all of that food brought inside rather urgently because we are running out of meals that are safe for my other colonists. Everyone's sleeping. Damn it. Ika, could you haul the corn back? I know, it's kind of a potch, but I actually really do need that brought in more right now than you worrying about cooking. About planting. Dark Aavak, could I get you to cook? Just get another 4 meals. More if you can. Would be ideal, actually, but we'll see how that one goes. There we are. Let's get all of that going. I can then return to the planting. The rest of this corn can be brought in whenever, but let's just make sure that there are enough meals that when everyone wakes up and is suddenly ravenously hungry, that they don't have to eat any of your fancy gnomes, because that wouldn't be great. We definitely want to expand out our storage over there. Machining is going to be so good once we've got it, as we're A, going to be able to make ourselves some grenades, but B, going to be able to make... Oh, actually, simple helmets as well. Going to be able to make the machining table and actually strip those mechanoid corpses down properly. Low on food, that is a lie. They need treatment. Oh, of course. Yes, naturally they do. They are going to require treatment for their mechanites. Harvest botched. I'm not expecting to see that, Ika. Naughty. As soon as you've done all that, you can haul it. No, haul it, please. Make sure that the animals have plenty of hay to eat on. There we go, and then that as well. There we go. That is good enough. Thank you very much for that. All right, go ahead and bring in the regular noms, and we should, for the time being, be relatively good. Dark Aavak just relaxing socially right now. You know, just having a little bit of a stretch, just sitting there, not really socializing with anyone, probably just talking to himself, really. Just reviewing the day's events, going over what could have been done better. Maybe affording himself a moment of self-congratulation. Thank you very much, Yoko. Okay, so with that done, we've got a decent amount of food coming in. Starvation, apparently, though. Who? Bone Dragon, why are you starving? Dark Aavak, can you please feed Bone Dragon? Okay, Bone Dragon, can you go and eat? Have you got any meals on you? Eat this. Now, consume that meal. Why you were just lying there starving, I have no idea, but I don't approve of it. Not even slightly, in fact. Strongly disapprove. Okay, well, with that done, I'm actually reasonably happy. I would like to get a little bit of light in here, perhaps. Make it a bit nicer for our animals, but we'll see how that one goes in a little bit. What's the temperature in here? 25, a solid 25. Are we keeping it at 25? We are actually trying to keep it down. In fact, we're using both of these on high power right now just to keep this place cool. We are probably going to want to set up having the geotherm there sooner rather than later. Okay, we're bringing in more of the corpses. Marvelous, actually. Very happy with that. Very happy. Minor break risk there for Bone Dragon, but that should be fine on the whole. Okay, I think it is ultimately time now. Also, one thing I missed is I need to shrink this zone ever so slightly. There we are. And those plants need to be cut up. There we are, cut plants. As we are now going to set up some other items in here. We're going to allow that, obviously, to be harvested. Do we have slate bricks? I'm not sure if we do. We might do. I'll have to have a look at that in a moment, but it doesn't actually seem like we do. Which is a bit of a potch, really, but we'll get by, I suppose. Getting up a second farm is, as I mentioned, a high priority before we can wrap up this first season of this playthrough. But at the moment, I would say, Evil Friend, No, okay, can't make slate blocks. We need more construction materials. Okay, so we are actually going to have to haul some in then. Let's designate some slate to be brought in. And by some, I mean quite a lot. People will go out as they need to bring that in. And hopefully that'll take care of everything. There we are. We're going to have access to this room as soon as this door is finished. And then we should be able to use the high explosive shells. One must hope. But we've got enough food for our main colonists for quite some time, I would imagine. And Evil Friend is enjoying working on the limestone sculpture there. We should get that one done in finished in a little while. Let's have a look at some of the sculptures we've got. We've got Lady Wolfheart of Orange. This work depicts Lady Wolfheart crouching next to a fire with a visible rash. 5 twisted orange cliffs surround the scene. This illustration relates to Lady Wolfheart being poisoned by toxins on the 14th of April, May. Wow. That's a good piece of art, though. It's worth 162. And it is... Where's the beauty? 100 beauty. That is very nice. We've already seen Hope. We've already seen Still. So we're waiting on a new sculpture right now. Some people from the Green Yak Combat are visiting, and they appear to have a few items for trade. Well, that's actually marvellous. I'll wait for them to get into the colony, and we'll see what kind of trades we can make. Oh dear. Bone Dragon has just become catatonic because they were tired. What? You could have just waited a little longer, dude. Were you really hungry, perhaps? Yeah, okay. Well, first and foremost, let's haul that meal and then rescue Bone Dragon, since it's right next to it. Lady Wolfheart just traded a fair whack of items for some healing herbal meds, because unfortunately they didn't really have much else worth trading. We traded away 2 of our statues, the most valuable one, which I use for a different trader, a war merchant who just showed up. Now, whether they'll buy the statue or not, I don't know. We'll see about that in just a second. But hopefully, we'll be able to get some good trading regardless. Let's see what you have to offer. Now, Lady Wolfheart is not particularly well right now, so it's going to affect the prices that we can get, but there are a number of items around. Well, no, nothing particularly useful. They will take the limestone, though. That is pretty good. Now, one big problem we're facing is meat. We are really, really shy on meat, and that is definitely something we need to get more of. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell the human leather carbine hat. We will also sell the good human leather button-down shirt. Hopefully that'll bring us a good bit of money. Now, the reason why I'm selling these things is so that we can send Dark Aavak out to buy some more meat. I think it's absolutely necessary at this point. We'll also sell... Well, we'll keep the Parker, actually. Now, as for some of our weapons, we have a machine pistol. Honestly, we've got heavy SMGs. I don't see much point in having that one. The pump shotgun can also go. We've got a chain shotgun. There's not much reason to keep that. As for the wooden warhammer, I would actually like to keep hold of that one. We may buy some more herbal meds, because that will speed up recovery a little bit. We could buy a polar bear and then immediately butcher it. That is a little bit tempting, actually. But it's 878 for potentially an awful lot of meat. We could just about afford to. Now, meat from a polar bear. How much meat would we get? Let's have a quick gather at this one. Meat amount, 194. Meat tends to trade for about 3 or 4, so it would be close-ish, but I'm feeling that we would probably end up not getting as much back from that, unless we would get 50% more, because this is almost 200 meat. This is almost 200 meat, and if we got an extra 50%, that's 300 meat. At that point, have a look at bear meat. What's the value of bear meat? That's 2 as is. If you add the extra markup that you will almost certainly get, it's gonna... this is a tricky one. I think it may actually be worth us purchasing a polar bear to butcher for the meat. It's an awful lot of money, but we're gonna do it. because we'll still have a chunk of money we can still use. I accept. Right, polar bear. Let's get you inside. Look, Yoko and her pup need to eat. Okay, you're gonna go to the freezer because that's where you're gonna be needed. Right, Dark Aavak, could you please go and slaughter the polar bear? Thank you. Let's go and slaughter the polar bear. Let's go and take care of this. There we go. Be nice and quick. There we go. As painless as we could make it. Now let's have a look at how much meat we get from this. We've got a lot of leather. We've got... Yeah, we have... that is well above the amount we wanted. That is perfect. We did get the extra 50%. That really does make purchasing animals for slaughter so much more valuable. Especially a large animal like that. That was well worth it. If we had the money, I'd buy the other one as well. Do we have the means to make the money? Will I ever be able to sell the unused do not translate? That's another good question. Lady Wolfheart is asleep for now. Where is Dark Aavak? Actually, you're right next to them. Let's see if we can't make that bit of money together. That's now worth 980. Oh, well, of course, yeah. It's because Dark Aavak is a significantly worse negotiator. There's really nothing. No, there really isn't anything that we'd be able to make for that. So that's fine. Oh, well, it was a reasonable trade, I feel. And now Yoko and Siphon have plenty of meat to enjoy. Dark Aavak isn't even going to make fancy noms out of most of this meat. He will make some fancy noms out of the human meat that remains, but that's pretty much it. And we've got loads of vegetarian meals for the rest of the colony. So, as things stand, not a terrible trade-off, all things considered. How many components do we have? Got 24. All right, I think it's finally time. Have a look at this. It's going to require 340 steel and only 8 components. Let's pop you in and get this all hooked up. We're going to need some more steel, so that's definitely something we're going to have to grab from down there. Once you're done with those 4 simple meals, if you could prioritize mining that steel over yonder. Ike is already rushing off to build more of these, so I'm going to cancel these down. Disallow them for the time being. I want the corpses, though, to be brought in. Nope, I want the pikemen. There we go. We can bring the pikemen in, but I don't want these traps built. Go ahead, you can add a little bit of steel there. And then once you're done with that, go and haul this steel back, and I'll try and juggle this. Actually, go and haul this steel back. So we'll cancel that, and then we'll prioritize grabbing that next. There we go. That'll be nice and easy. Okay, thank you very much. The visitors had did some great work for us, honestly. That was very, very much needed. Dark Aavak is in very high spirits right now, of course. Let's go grab these at an extra 16. We'll grab this on the way back, and I'll show you how to juggle it so that you can make that happen. There you go. You just stop them while they're there by drafting them. Oh, well, okay, I'll allow you to eat, I suppose, and then you can grab this. You're not going to be too happy about not eating with the table, and this is why I want to pop around a couple more rooms hither and yon where we can, and pop that down there. Now, I would like you to grab this steel and bring that back as well. There we are, perfect. Get all of that steel back in one go. Right, Dark Aavak is feeding Bone Dragon. Good. Bone Dragon definitely needs that food. Serious pain, though, due to the muscle parasites. Well, you know, we'll get there. We will get there. It'll take us a little bit, but it'll happen. Don't you worry. Now, with all of that going together, I'm going to need to reinstall this one because we're going to be building out the room down here. Where are we going to put this? We could have it possibly somewhere around here where there would likely be some movement. Maybe even something down here, honestly. That would be a reasonable place to pop a deadfall trap because anyone coming from this direction does have a chance of just going straight up through that little gap. So that would be a fairly good spot to lay a trap, I fancy. Now, how are our plants going? 65%, 66%, okay. Well, we're not doing too badly. Not doing too badly. How are the corn plants doing? They're okay. They're coming to. Peps are doing some good work there. Working on all of that for us.
We've got a bunch of patch leather now. I imagine we converted a lot. Yeah, we're constantly making patch leather. We probably should have kept the polar bear hide. Unfortunately, we didn't. Oh well. I should have kept that there, but we'll see how this goes. We are currently making... We're just straight up making. Yeah, we're just making it right now. So how about we suspend that? I would say. Because how much does it require? Because we're just using bear hide to make patch leather, which is worse. Yeah, let's just suspend that one. You can go ahead and haul that back. Right, let's have a look at this new quest then. Keeping Helen. Helen is sick with blood rot and will require daily treatment. The disease can be slowed with high-quality care and medicine, but generally cannot be cured outright. If the disease becomes severe, Helen will die. So ensure you have the necessary medical supplies. Pirates from the Shankarik are trying to kill poor Helen. To get at Iguana, if you accept Helen, there will be 2 raids of roughly this size. 2 EMP grenadiers and 13 grenadiers. What? 22 Glitterworld medicine. That is actually crazy. Alright, but we'd have to keep it for 11 days. We do not have good medicine here. A slow-growing bacterial disease. The bacteria have little effect on the victim during their growing phase, but upon reaching saturation levels will induce a toxin storm that leads to immediate death. The body's immune system will clear blood rot eventually, so the standard treatment is to use normal medicine to suppress it until that happens. Glitterworld doctors can use a massive mechanoid dose to clear the infection immediately, but it is expensive. No, we're not going to be taking that one. Unfortunately, as awesome as 22 Glitterworld medicine would be, that's not happening. I would do quite a lot to get that those kind of items, but alas, not today. Right, okay, well, with that, hopefully Evil Friend can go about some other business. What are you working on right now? You making patch leather again? I told you to suspend that. Can you please haul that away? There we go. Then I'll suspend it again if I need to. There we are. Perfect. Right, just get that somewhere else. There we go. Generally speaking, I only want them to use, little bits of things to make patch leather, but that doesn't always go the way we want, really. Now, you can continue working on some more sculptures. Good, good, good. We have, we've got no other sculptures to sell, but getting a couple more would definitely help out a little bit. Currently, we're only using limestone for this purpose, though. Okay, so with that done, we've got probably a harvest of rice on its way. Heel root is a little ways out still, which isn't ideal. We do need more hay grass soon. We can probably force a harvest before things get really dire, and that might be enough to carry us to the point where we can get a full areas harvest. Once we can get one full harvest from one of these fields, that's probably going to be enough to carry us to the next full harvest of both fields. And once we've done that, we're just going to be constantly increasing the amount of hay grass that we have available to us, and that'll be where we really want to be. All right, well, that all being said and done, it looks like our colonists have a bit of downtime. They can just tend to the colony for a little bit, and we're going to let some time pass. It is the 3rd of April, May. It's been a very busy 2 days, but hopefully, when I bring you back, they'll be we'll have made some significant progress, and maybe even have started mining out the steel up here to build our geotherm, because we are going to need a lot of steel for that. Oh boy. Well, it has been a very quiet last couple of days. It is the 8th of April, May, and Randy has scarcely made a peep. The colony has been progressing with quite, well, at the beginning it was a little bit slow, as they had a lot of things that they just needed to take care of before they could actually start making progress on any work. But as you can see, we have got our harvest of medical herbs, which is fantastic. We've got 24 herbal meds currently in stock. Dark Aavak, unfortunately, has gone several days now without any fancy noms, and generally the mood is kind of middling across the colony. We've, on average, got probably an average mood. Now, the turkeys and the dromedary. The dromedary is actually doing okay with food, as it has needed a little bit more retraining than the turkeys on the whole, though they actually have a higher wildness, so I'm a little bit surprised with that. But as a direct result, the dromedary has been being fed with rice, whereas the turkeys have more or less required me to emergency harvest this farm a few times in order to just get enough hay grass to keep them going. But at this point, the hay grass in this field is almost ready for natural harvest, and that should be an enormous amount of food for them going forward. Ooh, and we also need to very much make sure that that does not get replanted so that we can build a proper path around that. As you can see over here, though, we have made some big strides with regards to fleshing out these rooms. I am so happy to have gotten this done. This has been something on the cards to get done for a very, very long time. So we're soon to have 3 wonderful new rooms for our colonists. Dark Aavak, if you could bring some of this back with you, that would be fantastic. There we go. We are slowly building up to the 300 necessary to make our geothermal. Once we've got that, we really won't be in any kind of power worries for the foreseeable future, realistically. At that stage, we may actually just start building batteries and just charging them over time in these little charging sockets, and not actually. We might keep 1 battery running, but honestly, we probably won't even need that once a geotherm is up and running, especially once 2 are up and running. Our humble little base here does not need nearly that kind of power to run, so we will probably be quite nice. I am continuing to build up the doors in these areas just to make sure that this place is kept relatively safe, and once that little part has been excavated, then we're going to have a nice quick way to get over here and grab all of this steel. Now, how much steel are you carrying right now? Because you're definitely carrying some. How much was it? It was 64. I'm sorry that I doubted you. Go ahead and carry that 64 steel. That will bring us up to just about the amount that we're going to require. I think we need 340, so probably just a little bit more mining. In fact, the mining that's already been designated will probably be enough, but we'll go ahead and we'll designate that little bit there as well. All things considered, we're actually doing quite well. We're making very good progress towards machining. We need so little now to get that, and once we do, we will have lots of steel, and indeed lots of plasteel as well. Where we set up that machining table, that probably will be another one that we just set up outside for the time being. Oh no, there we go. All of the steel that we need is there. Dark Aavak, could you please go ahead and build the geotherm? Oh, this is going to be grand. We have waited for so long to get this going. Let's see about this. I don't think we'll actually have enough power to hook up the conduit though, which is a little bit funny. But oh well, that's just one of those things, I guess. The next little... Actually, we've got enough steel over there. Yeah, we've definitely got enough steel out and around in the base somewhere that we'd be able to take care of it. There we go. The last little bits being brought over now. There we are. This is going to be a momentous occasion. The last 40 needed there. There we are. And then we'll go ahead and we'll set up 1 conduit to connect this up. Well, actually, no, we're going to set up 2. Symmetry, you understand? Symmetry. There we are. We need 2 more components, and then we're going to have a pretty much a stable and uninterrupted, outside of solar flare or the likes, source of power for the colony. And that is probably the most stable the colony will have been for a long time. Food-wise, we're doing good. We've got plenty of rice coming in fairly frequently. We've got a decent amount of herbal meds. How's bone dragons? Oh, that's brilliant to see. Okay, well, with that, no one in the colony has any more muscle parasites. That has been completely tended. Oh, this is going good. And I know I've said it a couple of times that I very rarely play this game on anything other than Randy Random, just because it can give you some of the more brutal experiences early game. In the early game, it can genuinely make the game very, very hard, and that's quite nice for a player who's used to the game. But it can also be a little bit well, it lacks this kind of pacing that Cassandra has, for example. For as random as Randy can be, randomness isn't always a good thing. You'll often see this in game design, for example, where typically a purely procedurally generated game is not exactly what you want, all things said and done. And actually on this point, I'm going to drop everyone's priorities with mining back down. There we go. That's how we've managed to get all of this mining done as quickly as we had. We had to bump up the priorities. But total procedural randomness is not necessarily the best thing. It's not always what you want, because if something is truly random, there is no hint of pacing. And with a game, you typically want a bit of pacing. It's like a movie or a book. You want some sort of kind of gradual build-up of momentum up to some sort of crescendo. And with Randy, you have these periods where, yeah, it can be incredibly hard, and you can just be throwing raid after mechanoid cluster after plague at you with almost no time to recover. Or he can just be like, yeah, no, right now, my randomness is telling me that I should do nothing. And that can roll several times in a row. You know, it just keeps deciding, yeah, the random thing I'm going to do today is nothing. Look how random I am. I bet you didn't see that one coming. And no, I didn't, but it isn't necessarily good either. So, yeah, it is a double-edged sword. Randy Random can make the game much, much harder. It can also make the game much, much slower. We have a new piece of art, though. Let's go and have a quick look at this one. This is Evil Friends, titled. This sculpture bears an artwork of Evil Friend lying on the ground while vomiting. A large group of dying pandas lay on the ground. This illustration tells the story of Evil Friend being poisoned by toxins on the 2nd of September. All the pandas had already died, succumbed to the vomiting, but Evil Friend persevered and survived. Well done, Evil Friend. Right, okay, so these rooms are, for the most part, finished, at least in terms of their shell. We still need to place down some nice flooring, though, so let's go ahead and set that up. We're going to want slate tiles, of course, all the way in there. But at this point, these are looking very nice indeed. These spots, these conspicuous spots, will be left exposed so that we can get some ventilation in there. Right, we want to hook up power conduits. Once again, going to go around the outside where possible. I know, it's not necessarily the thing you want to do, but it'll work for us for now. And with that, we can go ahead and add in some lighting, and I think that's going to be grand. One there, and one there as well. There we go. That room is going to be particularly wonderful. This one will become a corner room, but that's just going to be a very big bedroom. That's the way that one's going to be playing out. Now, we're not going to tunnel through to this area because this is temperature control, whereas this is absolutely not. We're going to tunnel in from this side until we've built up the little chimney area that we're going to be creating to maintain the temperature, and a couple of heaters set to preserve a comfortable temperature for that area. There we go, our big old harvest coming in. Let's have a look. How hungry were you? You didn't actually get all the way hungry. Fantastic. Ica, this is marvelous. Now with this, we will probably no longer need anyone to auto-harvest, or rather harvest the crops over here out of turn, and we'll have an enormous amount of hay grass to keep our ranch going. Now, ultimately, we want to see if we can't get a companion for Humphrey over here, and that will give us a steady supply of baby dromedaries, and that we will be butchering. Yes, once they hit adulthood, because basically we can't eat hay grass. We can turn it into kibble if we've got meat, but our colonists can't eat hay grass, so it's fine, and we can grow quite large amounts of it if we can let it grow to full maturity. And that will feed Humphrey and her companion for quite some time, and indeed their offspring. And once they become mature, then we can harvest them. We can slaughter them for their meat and their leather, and we'll get a lot more back from that simply because of the fact that they will be tame. Now let's just make sure that this zone is in fact underroofed. Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay, well that has gone rather well, I must confess. A little bit surprised with how quiet Randy is being, but again, it's not really that shocking, all things said and done. But I think at this point, now that we've got the geothermal up and running, we can turn off the shutdown there on the I forget, forge? Smelter. See, I knew it wasn't forge, but alas. Again, English isn't my first language, and sometimes the words just fall out of my head, and I'm just left there feeling a little bit silly about myself, really. But that's going to be it for now. Right, we've got 32 degrees outdoors, so we don't need to be venting the heat inside, so that's fine. Honestly, we're probably at a stage now where we can just heat internal spaces with heaters rather than the excess heat from a cooler. We are no longer that energy shy that we need to worry about that, and soon we're going to be even better. But I think that's a good place to wrap up this episode. We are finally working on the bedrooms, and again, remember that the conditions, the kind of soft conditions that I wanted before we look to wrap up this first part of this story, and for those who are worried that when I said we'd go on to a different season, I meant a different story. No, we'll just kind of put a milestone on this story and then continue on from that a little bit afterwards. But we want a room for everyone, probably have a dedicated prison, a dedicated hospital as well. We've already got stable power, and I would like to expand the farm so we have a much more stable situation with our food as well. But that is going to be it. Inspired surgery, Dark Aavak. Ooh. Next time he performs a surgery, his chance of success will be doubled, which for Dark Aavak is probably reasonably high. Let's quickly have a look. What is his chance of surgery right now? Let's have a look. Drug synthesis, no. Medical surgery chance, 117%. If that is then doubled on top, yeah, I think that will be doubled. So it'll be 234%. That's actually not bad at all. I think we can all agree. But that is going to be where we wrap up today's episode, as I have run out of time. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, though. It has been a little bit of a quiet episode here, and we're not even ending on a cliffhanger, but it's going to happen like that every now and then with Randy. I do hope you enjoyed it all the same, though, and I hope to see you in the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.